Ever feel like your emotions are a runaway train, dragging you wherever they please? One moment you're on top of the world, the next you're spiraling down. What if I told you there's a way to become the conductor of that train? To steer your feelings instead of being controlled by them. It's not about suppressing your emotions, but understanding them. And it all starts with a simple, powerful story. Imagine an old master and his young, impulsive student. The student was brilliant, but his temper often got the best of him. One day, frustrated after an argument, he stormed off to the master. "Master," he fumed, "how do I stop being so angry? My emotions are my worst enemy." The master smiled calmly and handed him an empty sack and a basket of smooth stones. "For the next week," he said, "every time you feel a surge of anger, frustration, or sadness, pick up one of these stones and put it in your sack. Carry this sack with you everywhere you go, from the moment you wake until you sleep." The student agreed, thinking it was a strange but simple task. The first day, his sack became heavy very quickly. He was annoyed in the morning, frustrated by a difficult task, and angered by a comment from a peer. By evening, the sack was a heavy burden on his shoulder, a constant, nagging weight. The second day was the same, and the third. The sack grew heavier and heavier, making every step a struggle. His shoulder ached, his bike hurt, and he was exhausted. By the fifth day, he couldn't stand it anymore. He dragged the heavy sack to the master and dropped it with a loud thud. "Master, I can't do this. This sack is too heavy. It's weighing me down. I can't think. I can't work. The weight is unbearable." The master looked at him, his eyes filled with wisdom. "That sack," he began, "is the weight of your uncontrolled emotions. You feel its physical burden now, but you have been carrying its invisible weight your entire life. It drains your energy, clouds your judgment, and holds you back. Now, do you understand?" The student's eyes widened. He finally got it. The anger, the frustration, the sadness, they weren't just fleeting feelings. They were heavy stones he was choosing to carry. He had been so focused on the feeling itself, he never realized the cumulative weight he was forcing himself to bear. The master then said, "Now, take out each stone, one by one. As you hold it, don't just discard it. Acknowledge the feeling it represents. Ask yourself, why did I feel this way? What triggered it? Was it worth the weight I carried?" The student did as he was told. With each stone he removed, he reflected. He realized his anger often stemmed from his own high expectations, his frustration from a lack of patience. As the sack grew lighter, he felt a profound sense of relief, not just in his shoulder, but in his mind and spirit. He wasn't just emptying a sack. He was releasing years of emotional baggage. This story teaches us a powerful lesson. Your emotions are signals, not your identity. Just like the student, we often pick up these emotional stones without a second thought, letting them weigh us down. But you have a choice. The first step is awareness. Start noticing when you pick up a stone. Just like the student felt the physical weight, start recognizing the mental and emotional weight of your feelings. Ask yourself, is this situation worth adding a stone to my sack? Sometimes, the answer might be yes, but often, you'll find it. As a small pebble you can examine and then choose to leave behind. This is the practice of mindfulness, acknowledging the emotion without letting it take over. Say to yourself, "I feel anger rising," instead of "I am angry." This small shift in language creates distance. It reminds you that you are the observer of the emotion, not the emotion itself. The next step is to empty your sack regularly. Don't let the stones pile up. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to reflect. What stones did you pick up? Why? What can you learn from them? This isn't about blaming yourself. It's about understanding your triggers and patterns. Maybe you realize you're always frustrated in traffic. Can you leave earlier? Listen to a calming podcast. You start finding solutions instead of just carrying the weight. Controlling your emotions isn't about becoming a robot. It's about becoming an alchemist, turning heavy stones of lead into lessons of gold. It's about choosing to travel light, so you have the energy, clarity, and freedom to navigate your life's journey with purpose and peace. So, what stones are you carrying today? And are you ready to start putting them down? Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, Hit that like button and subscribe for more content to help you live a more intentional life. See you in the next one.